What's up, fans? Welcome back to the show. Guys, time for the prize. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday. Unfortunately, here in Michigan, we're dealing with those forest fires, those Canadian fires that have been going on for almost a month now, so the air quality is pretty bad here. But we're still surviving. The prize is here. We got an episode today, so we're doing the best we can with that situation. But I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Got the long weekend for most of us. I'm not working Monday. But yeah, we got 4th of July weekend, so I'm definitely going to enjoy myself, have a couple of stogies, maybe some drinks, and just enjoying my time. And it's supposed to be nice here. Hot, but nice. Obviously, air quality kind of ruins everything, but we're going to make the most of it. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. As you can see, I got my Barry Sanders jersey on, throwing it back. All you Detroit Lions fans out there, obviously one of the greatest running backs of all time, a Detroit Lion favorite, a fan favorite here in Michigan. So I figured throw back a little bit. I don't think I've worn this jersey on Guys Time of the Prize, so it's good to throw it back a little bit, with some Barry Sanders, one of the best to ever do it. And yeah, we got some football to talk about later today, but we're actually going to start this episode today, talk about the NHL draft, the first round last night. So yes, lots going on with the NHL draft last night in Nashville. So obviously the Chicago Blackhawks had the number 1 pick, and they selected Connor Bedard, highly recruited or highly touted prospect. He had a 35 game or 35 game point streak, rather, 44 goals and 46 assists. So this guy's a playmaker. Obviously, he makes plays, he scores goals, he assists. He's just on that ice making moves, and he was the first Western Hockey League skater with at least 140 points in 27 seasons. So yeah, this guy is the real deal, and obviously Chicago had the first pick, so obviously they're going to get the best player in this draft, which is Connor Bedard, in my opinion. So all you hockey fanatics, how you feel about that? Is he the best player? I mean, obviously getting drafted first overall, and then all those stats that I just threw at you, 44 goals, 46 assists. He had a 35 game point streak from September 24th to February 1st last year, or this past season, I should say. So yeah, he's the guy that Chicago needs. Obviously, Chicago's been on hard times for a while now. They've been struggling for a minute. Obviously, they were the team back in the 2010s, winning 3 Stanley Cups, I think in 7 years or something like that, or 6 years. So yeah, they were an exciting hockey team. And now you got Jonathan Toews officially retiring. I think he announced that a couple months back. So obviously the Chicago Blackhawks are invested in Connor Bedard. So yeah, they got their guy, I do believe. So that was interesting. So yeah, Chicago with the first pick, and then I want to drop down to my Detroit Red Wings. We had 2 first round picks. We had a 9th pick. We got what's his name? Nate Danielson, another goal scorer, center out of the WHL. So yeah, 18-year-old Brandon, he led it. He had 33 goals. He had 45 assists. So 78 points overall. He had 13 power play goals and 3 shorthanded goals. So obviously this guy is a goal scorer, a playmaker as well. And that's something that Detroit's been lacking for a while. We need a goal scorer. We need someone who can score 30, 40 goals a season, just constantly on the ice, making plays, setting it up to get that puck back in the net. And this is the guy. So Detroit definitely got their guy here. And then he had 5 game winning goals in 68 games. So yeah, he's a playmaker. So Nate Danielson, center out of the WHL. So that was really good. Detroit Lions picked him up with the 9th pick. And then we had the 17th pick. We got a defenseman. He has a long name. Axel Sedin Palika. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's a defenseman in the Swedish league. He had 36 points last season, 16 goals, 20 assists in 31 games in the Swedish Junior Hockey League. So yeah, defenseman, he can score goals and play defense, so kind of like a Nick Lidstrom a little bit. But I know he's young, and we can't really compare him to one of the greatest of all time just yet. But I think the Red Wings did very well in the first round, getting 2 picks, a goal scorer and a defenseman. We need those guys, but really we need a goal scorer, because obviously last year the Red Wings, they scored quite a bit of goals, obviously more than usual, and they should have scored a little more in all honesty. But picking up these guys, it does help, especially Nate Danielson. He can add some offensive fire to the Detroit Red Wings. And then, yeah, there was a lot of games we lost in overtime, shootouts, 1-goal games. And it's like, yeah, dude, we need to score some goals. So, yeah, adding Nate Danielson, adding Axel Sedin, Palika to the Red Wings, this is really good for the Red Wings. I'm glad they got their guys. But, yeah, the first round last night took place. All you hockey fanatics, how you think the Detroit Red Wings did? All you Detroit Red Wings fanatics out there, did the Detroit Red Wings do a good job drafting? Give me your official grade. They did pretty well, in my opinion. I'll give them like a B, a solid B. We need a goal scorer, obviously. We got Nate Danielson there, and then Axel Sedin Palika, he can score and play defense. So definitely a B. I'll give him that. But yeah, we had some good players being selected, and then the Columbus Blue Jackets selected Michigan's own Adam Fantilli. Obviously, the Anaheim Ducks had the second pick. A lot of people thought they were going to select Fantilli with the second round, or the second pick rather, and they ended up going with Leo Carlsson out of the Swedish league. So yeah, big names, young guys, starting their careers in the NHL. It's cool to see. But yeah, Connor Bedard, man, is he the real deal? We'll see. Chicago hopefully picked the right man, and the Red Wings picks their 2 first-round picks. Did they get the right guys? I hope they did. Obviously, when the season comes around, we're going to have to see what they can do, what they can provide. If they start with the NHL or play in the minor leagues, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, the first round of the NHL playoffs was last night. I hope you guys watched it. I didn't really watch a whole lot of it. I got updates on my phone, but it's nice to see these young guys living out their dreams. So yeah, we got that. And then Connor Bedard, obviously his stats, I already went over that, so we don't need to go into that. And then also, we have to talk about the NHL dropping their schedule a couple days ago for the 2023-24 season. So obviously, the NHL, it starts October 10th with a triple header. So Tuesday, October 10th, we're going to see 3 good games. So the fun starts at 5:30 p.m., according to ESPN.com. We got the Nashville Predators going to Tampa Bay, going up against the Lightning there. And in the second game, we got the number 1 pick, Connor Bedard, in this year's draft, the Chicago Blackhawks, going up against the Pittsburgh Penguins, the aging, it seems like, Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby's still there, Malkin and Chris Letang, the guys I grew up watching. So you got that going on. And then the final game of that Tuesday night, October 10th night of the opening night of the NHL regular season, we got the Vegas Golden Knights. Obviously, you're going to hang up their Stanley Cup banner, going up against the visiting Seattle Kraken. So that's going to be an interesting game. But yeah, that's how the season starts. Tuesday, October 10th, we got a triple header, man. I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. So you got that, and then Tuesday, October 24th, every single team in the NHL is going to be playing. We got 16 games, 32 teams every 15 minutes. So mark your calendars. You got October 10th, that's opening night of the NHL regular season, and then October 24th, a couple weeks later, Tuesday. Tuesday must be a lucky day for the NHL this upcoming season with all this going on. So yeah, October 24th, every single team is going to be playing. So we got 16 games that night. So that's going to be really interesting. And then obviously the Winter Classic next year, the 2024 Winter Classic, January 1st. It will be the Vegas Golden Knights, the Stanley Cup champions, going up against the Seattle Kraken at T-Mobile Park, home of the Seattle Mariners. So the Winter Classic next year will be in Seattle, and I was just there about a month ago, and it was awesome. I'm glad I went and visited my cousin Trevor Opaleski and his wife Jenna. So shout out to them. It was fun. It was exciting. It was different. It was awesome to go out there and visit Seattle, man. So yeah, the Winter Classic will be in Seattle this upcoming year, this upcoming season. And then Thanksgiving, there will be 15 games the day after Thanksgiving. So we got the Red Wings going up against the Boston Bruins, and then you got the Rangers going up against the Flyers, and then you got the Canucks going up against the Seattle Kraken. So yeah, the Seattle Kraken getting a lot of press this upcoming season. So yeah, NHL season is going to be great, man. But yeah, October 24th, man, mark your calendars. All 32 teams are going to be playing. So lots of hockey that day. It's hockey fanatics' dream. It really is. They're in their fun zone on that day. So check it out, place your bets. But yeah, lots of hockey. The second round, I think, is tonight of the NHL draft. So check that out. But yeah, we had the first round last night. The 2023-24 schedule dropped a few days ago, and Yeah, hockey right around the corner, guys. So that's all for hockey. We're done with hockey. So yeah, I got this Barry Sanders jersey, as you can see. Now we got to talk about the NFL. Obviously, the NFL has had a gambling problem. It seems like the past few months. All these players are betting on games they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to bet on NFL games. They're not supposed to bet on the team facilities, the hotels, and everything. So yeah. Earlier this week, Isaiah Rodgers and a handful of players, we didn't know their names until now, but a handful of players were going to get suspended for betting, gambling in the NFL. Obviously, you can't do that. So officially today, and this is according to NFL.com, we got Isaiah Rodgers and Rashad Berry of the Indianapolis Colts and free agent Demetrius Taylor are suspended indefinitely through at least the conclusion of the 2023 season. So yeah, some harsh penalties here for betting on NFL games in the 2022 season. So obviously you can't bet on the NFL games. It is what it is. And then Nicholas Petit-Frere of the Tennessee Titans suspended for the team's first 6 regular season games of the 2023 season for betting on non-NFL sports games, but he did at the team facilities. So yeah, I went dig deep a little bit, and this is from CBS.com, the NFL page. So obviously you got Jameson Williams, Jameson Williams. He's suspended for the first 6 games of the NFL season. He admittedly wasn't aware of the gambling policy, so obviously he got that going on. He's not going to appeal, so he's going to serve a 6-game suspension, and hopefully he's ready to ball. So let's see here. So yeah, according to CBS, so here's for this. These are for players, obviously. So number 1, no betting on the NFL. Obviously, clear cut. All NFL personnel, so players, coaches, GMs, owners, are prohibited from placing, soliciting, or facilitating any bet, whether directly or through a third party, on any NFL game. Obviously, that's clear cut. And then yeah, it's pretty clear with that. And then number 2 is betting on other sports. So one of the players that I just mentioned, he got suspended for the first 6 games in the NFL season because he's bet on non-NFL games, but he did at the team facility. So all NFL personnel other than players are further prohibited from placing, soliciting, or facilitating bets on professional sports. So yeah, like I said, coaches, GMs, owners, stuff like that. And then number 3, no gambling in the workplace. So obviously at the team facility you can't place bets. It's that common. And yeah, you guys are probably wondering, it's just gambling. Why are these guys getting suspended for the whole season? Why are they getting suspended 6 games? I agree with that. I think it's way too harsh. You get these guys maybe a 2 or 3 game suspension and go on from there. Obviously, the NFL made an example of Calvin Ridley last year when they suspended him for the entire 2022 season. We didn't see Calvin Ridley last year, wide receiver, used to play for the Falcons. I do believe he's with the Jaguars now. But yeah, you made an example out of him. That's it. After that, I think the punishment should have been less severe. I mean, there's been guys who beat the crap out of their girlfriends or wives, and it's on video. I mean, we've seen it with Ray Rice, Kareem Hunt, just beating the shit out of people, and they only get like 2-3 game suspensions. That's it. I mean, it's bullshit. I'm just going to flat out and say it. You're going to suspend guys the whole season or 6 games for placing a bet on a sports game, and then you're only going to suspend players 2 or 3 games for beating the shit out of their girlfriends / wives, kids, whatever. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know you're comparing apples to oranges, but I mean, seriously, I mean, the NFL, their whole suspension situation is really, really fucked up. I mean, it's just stupid. Jameson Williams getting suspended 6 games for betting is bullshit. I mean, it's the rules. I get that. And me and my coworker Matt Riley, shout out to him by the way, we talked about this. And yeah, should they be suspended for betting on games? Yeah, absolutely. It's part of the rules. You cannot bet on NFL games or any non-NFL games at the team facilities. I mean, it's right there. I mean, obviously, you need agents to come in and tell their players, hey, you can't bet on this game, you can't do this, you can't do that. They need to educate these players, because you really think the players are reading the rule book, the handbook that they're supposed to get every year on the updated rules and policies of the NFL? No, they didn't read that. They didn't read that section at all. If I was a player, I wouldn't read it either. to be honest with you. So they need to get agents involved or someone to tell them, hey, stop betting on sports. All right, don't do it. But yeah, you're going to suspend a player 6 games or the entire season, which I think is crazy, for just betting on games. Doing sports betting. We all do it. We see thousands of commercials during the NFL season, during NFL games. FanDuel, DraftKings, all those websites, all those gambling sites. But we're not allowed to place bets. But it's okay if guys beat the shit out of their wives or their girlfriends or beat the shit out of their kids and they only get like a 2-game, 3-game suspension. I don't know, man. That sounds pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. But that's the NFL for you guys. I mean, 2023, they still can't figure out their shit in terms of how to suspend or what to suspend for. I mean, you're going to suspend a guy a whole season for betting on sports games. But then you're going to suspend guys 2-3 games for assaulting people. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It really is annoying that the NFL still hasn't figured that out. So yeah, the NFL, do they have a gambling problem, or is this just are we reading too much into it? Like it's gambling, not hurting anyone, right? No one's getting hurt. I mean, if you lose a bet, yeah, you lose money. Sorry. Try next time, I guess. But like emotional, physical, mental damage, not so much. I mean, if you have a problem, then yeah, you need some help. You need to stop betting. You need to talk to someone. Absolutely. But season-long suspensions like Calvin Ridley had to do, 6 games this season like Jameson Williams. I don't agree with it, man. How you guys feel about that? Does the NFL have a gambling problem, or are they over-exaggerating? Are we looking too much into this? Gambling is not the issue. Domestic abuse is, right? I don't know. Maybe they got to talk about something during the off season. So that's what they're talking about. The gambling policy, the NFL, you got to love it. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. It's unclear. These players need to get educated. They shouldn't be suspended 6 games. They shouldn't be suspended for a full season. That's complete bullshit. You guys can disagree with me or agree with me on that, but that's how I feel. Crazy Chris mentioned something because I posted something on Facebook about what was his thoughts about Isaiah Rodgers and those other players that were named getting suspended for gambling on games, and he said it's complete bullshit. And like I said, yeah, it is, dude. It's not like these guys are beating their wives or their girlfriends or their children. But yeah, that's where we're at now. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous how you feel about it. So we do have that going on. So yeah, right here. The 6 key rules, and this is on ESPN.com, of the gambling policy that league officials will emphasize are: don't bet on the NFL. That's obvious. Don't gamble at your team facility. Obvious. While traveling for a road game or staying at a team hotel. Obvious. Don't have someone bet for you. Obvious. Don't share team inside information. Okay. Don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. Okay. Don't play daily fantasy football. Okay. All that makes sense. Is it worth 6 game suspension or a full season? No. No, it's not. Like, yeah, should they get suspended? Should they be punished? Yeah. 2 or 3 games would be fine, because that's how you treat players who beat the shit out of people. They should be kicked out of the league, in my opinion. You commit a crime like that, see ya. I don't care how much money you make for the NFL. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Jesus Christ himself. You punch someone, you assault someone, bye-bye. And you shouldn't be paid your contract. Bye-bye, see ya. Go do something else with your life. But that's just me. I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy. And it's hypocritical of the NFL that they're suspending players for gambling, but yet we see thousands and thousands of gambling commercials during the NFL season. Saw a lot last year, the year before. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird situation. So yeah, and then yeah, Calvin Ridley, as I mentioned, he was suspended for the entire 2022 NFL season. He was actually away to deal with some mental health issues when he got the bad news that, hey, you're not playing the 2022 season because you bet on games. So that was very unfortunate. So I think he's back now. Obviously, he served his 6-game or his entire season-long suspension. I think he got reinstated by the NFL a couple months ago. He's with the Jacksonville Jaguars now, and we'll see what he can do after being off for some time. So yeah, well, how you guys feel about it? It's a crazy situation. It's definitely something that's never going to go away. We'll probably talk about it here on the podcast, guys. Time with the Brides once again. But yeah, I just think, the suspensions are long. They're not necessary. 2-3 games, fine. But 6 games, an entire season, I don't think so. The domestic abusers have been treated better than gamblers when it comes to the NFL. So the NFL needs to wake up and start realizing, hey, maybe we should spend the gamblers less for less games versus guys who beat the crap out of people. I don't know. It's stupid. The NFL is a weird organization. So, but yeah, that is all today. Yeah, I know lots of NFL and gambling. You gotta love it. I'll be playing fantasy football this year. I don't care. Sue me. But yeah, crazy situation. Like I said, it's not going away. I'm sure we'll bring it up again because I'm sure there will be other players involved with betting on sports games or NFL games and non-NFL games as well. They're going to get suspended for 6 games or the entire season because that's how the NFL rolls, I guess. So, but yeah, that is it today. And that is the episode, guys. Time for the Brides, Thursday, June 29th, 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, this episode is going to be available on YouTube, the audio version, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check it out. I got my Barry Sanders jersey. We're rolling it here. It's football right around the corner, and we got the NHL draft, the second round tonight. So watch that. I'll probably watch it. I'll probably just get updates on my phone like I usually do. So yeah, football right around the corner, guys. But yeah, I'm going to end with this. How you guys feel? What's your opinion about the NFL and its gambling policy? Is it unclear? Do they need to make some changes in regards to what players can do and not do with sports bets? Should these suspensions be reduced? We'll see. But yeah, it is a crazy situation. So with that, guys, the Brides is out. Enjoy the 4th of July weekend. Stay safe out there. Obviously, the air quality here in Michigan is pretty bad. So if you're from Michigan, just stay safe. Watch yourself. Everywhere else, as always, enjoy life and be safe out there. Check out this episode. All right, peace out, guys. The Brides is out. You guys are awesome. Peace. Take care.